Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got all the way down to movies. And apparently, you know, a movie critic being a movie critic is now considered a bad thing. We had, of course, Chris Stuckman about a year ago come out and say that he's no longer going to review movies because he doesn't want any bad press for any of the people that he could potentially work with if his Mirror Oaks or Shelby Oaks or whatever it's called potentially takes off and does well. He said that he's no longer going to be putting negativity out there, although he obviously completely forgot about critical or what's it called? Critiques. I forget the terminology. There's a term I'm trying to think of right now. And just critiquing a film. I mean, it's not like you're coming out and saying this movie was shit, the director is stupid. I mean, there are people that do that, and there are some movies that do that, and there are some directors that are that way. I mean, you just can't. You don't get a perfect movie. Why can't I get this hat straight? There we go. You just can't get the perfect movie anymore. I mean, we were spoiled with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We were spoiled with the Indiana Jones trilogy, and we were spoiled with the first 3 Star Wars movies. Now, the reason why I don't say the prequels is I don't think the prequels are as good as the originals, and yes, I'm only 27, so I'm not speaking of this as like someone who saw the originals in theaters because I wasn't born yet. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Jeremy Jahns, so make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on your bell notifications so you know whenever I put up a video or do a live stream. Live streams are a little bit on the fence right now. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do those because there's also I'm trying to there's a whole schedule shift already, and my first day at this job was yesterday. Well, yesterday it's probably still yesterday whenever I put this up. If you don't know, the Daily Wire released a movie called Am I Racist? It went out to a couple of theaters. Jeremy Jahns, one of the only movie reviewers I actually trust in the industry, went and saw it, and now he's getting all kinds of shit for it. The movie critic goes out and movie critiques, and, you know, you get people bitching, just like this guy. And let me pull up the picture. It's from Danny. It's got a flag in his bio. Just saying. And he says, confirmed racist with Jeremy's thumbs up for the movie. Now, what I need is some explanation here. So what if Jeremy liked it? Said it was, I think his rating, because I watched his review when it came out, I think his rating was no alcohol required. So he didn't come out and say that it was awesome-tacular. I mean, he didn't come out and say anything like a lot of people expected, since it came from Daily Wire, which is considered a far-right what's the word I'm looking for? A far-right entertainment company, if you will. Of course, with their podcasters, you know, Matt Walsh, Jeremy Boeing, I think is his last name, and then, you know, the infamous Ben Shapiro, and the very, very gorgeous Brett Cooper. So he went and he saw it, and now he's getting absolutely flacked. And I knew he would. The reason why I knew he would is because whenever I saw his review, the views were insane within the first couple of hours of him putting it up. Like, the views were astronomical. I think he had, like, 45,000 or something like that within an hour, which is insane. Even for his movie reviews, even for his big ones. I don't even think his Star Wars ones, whenever the Disney sequel trilogy came out, had that much success. But let's see. I got another image here. What was the one I wanted to pull up next? Yeah, but we got people coming to his rescue. Not that Jeremy needs rescued, because he just gave a review for a friggin' movie. Hi, Mr. Boo. So we have Rant Man here. He says, a little appreciation post for Jeremy Jahns. Unlike most reviewers, Jeremy doesn't shy away from movies that would be labeled as controversial. He's honest and doesn't involve his own personal beliefs in his videos. Jeremy Jahns is the GOAT. Yes, I agree. I really like Jeremy, and he's literally one of the only people that I watch whenever it pertains to movies, because he's really the only one that comes out and has anything that I actually agree with. Now, do I agree with all of his reviews? No, but, you know, that's just how it works, because I have different tastes. He has different tastes. It's just how it is. That's how humanity works. Then we got this person, Ant, waiting on edits for my novel, who came out and said, I feel like a ton of people give Jeremy Jahns a pass as reviewer because he mainly sticks to just giving number scores. But I think it's worth noting he was very cool with Am I Racist and Sound of Freedom, but extremely critical of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, the reason why number scores is highlighted is because that's what movie critics do. They either give a number score or they give a star score or they give a letter score. That's part of the job. That's just part of the thing that they do. I mean, that to critique him on a number score is pretty stupid. And then the next thing is, but I think it's worth noting he was very cool with Am I Racist and Sound of Freedom, but extremely critical of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That just comes to personal taste. Maybe he thought that the Sound of Freedom movie and Am I Racist was better written than Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's perfectly fine, because a lot of the Marvel shit that's coming out these days is just that. It's shit. It's dumb. It's retarded. It makes no sense. It's either poorly edited, or the cinematography behind it sucks, or the CGI sucks. It's one of those things these days. We even had the guy in the movie, and I don't know if he directed it or if Jeremy Boeing did, but Matt Walsh came out and said, "The left has labeled Jeremy Jahns a racist and a sellout simply for reviewing my film. This is how they play the game. Viciously denounce anyone who positively acknowledges the existence of the film so that other critics will be too afraid to follow suit." And that's the thing, too. Since they came out and are trying to cancel Jeremy Jahns, a lot of the reviewers that do movies aren't going to touch this simply for the fear factor. And I just got to tell movie reviewers, if you're out there and you got the ability, like I don't have the money right now, or I would go see this fucking movie and review it. If you're out there, don't let anybody dictate how you do your job. Don't let anybody dictate how you're going to live. If you're a movie reviewer and you're going to review movies and that's your gig, fucking go do it. Don't be a Chris Duckman. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and I'll catch you later.